We're monitoring developments in Rivers State as the House of Assembly moves to impeach Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy, Ngozi Odu. 26 lawmakers presented notice of allegations of gross misconduct against the governor and his deputy governor. Relying on Section 188 of the 1999 Constitution as amended and other extant laws, the House leader, Major Jack, read the notice against the governor, while the deputy leader, Linda Stewart, read the notice against the deputy governor. The major points in both notices revolve around a non-presentation of the budget, spending state funds without legislative approval, withholding of salaries and funds accruing to the Rivers State House of Assembly, the clerk and the Assembly Service Commission, non-screening of government appointments by entities other than the legitimate House of Assembly, and the demolition of the Assembly complex. The 26 lawmakers allege that the governor and his deputy have shown that they lack capacity to perform their constitutional duties. The Speaker, in his remark, promised to deliver both notices to the governor and the deputy within 7 days, as required by law.
The process of impeachment is on as we speak. Having received the notice, my job is to forward it, and it's important that we allow this process go through. What this motion is saying is, in the event that the governor tries, as he has always tried to do, to be smart by half, to now say he wants to bring the appropriation bill or to present the medium-term expenditure framework, the movers of this motion are saying, let him hold on now. Let the process for the investigation of the allegations brought against him and the deputy governor be concluded. In any case, the governor does not even want to present any budget, because if he wanted to, he would have brought it all this while. Siminalayi Fubara is a mistake. He is a mistake. Rivers State has never had it this bad. In the entire Nigeria, Siminalayi Fubara and Professor Ngozi Odu, these are the only two people in the office at the sub-national level that are yet to present 2026 appropriation bill. The entire country. He has been boasting, he has been saying it to his followers, that this assembly were nothing but toothless bulldog, that this 10th Rivers House Assembly, we cannot do anything, we cannot enforce the Constitution. This is a sad commentary for our democracy. Sir Siminalayi Fubara and Professor Odu, they are nothing but a threat to our nascent democracy. If they are allowed to remain in office, I don't know what will become of our democracy.
Our correspondent Uche Okoro joins me on the news at 1 for more updates on happenings in Rivers State. Uche, Rivers State is on the news again for its political upheaval, and we're hearing very strong words there from the Speaker of the State House of Assembly. Just give us, an update on this.
The update is, I think we can all begin to count 7 days, because you know that the Speaker has promised that he will ensure that the notices are sent to the governor within 7 days as required by the law. So I think by tomorrow it will be by this time tomorrow it will be 24 hours. Day one would have passed. So I'm sure that maybe by this time tomorrow we would either hear from the Rivers State legislature as to whether that those notices have been transmitted to the executive, or we will hear from the executive as to whether they have received any communication from the Rivers State House Assembly led by Martin Chike Amehule. But let's also remember that part of the reasons for bad blood between both arms of government is the fact that the Assembly has consistently accused the executive of not receiving their correspondences or responding to their correspondences. The Assembly has repeatedly sent bills to the governor for his ratification, and he has either turned them down or not received them. So will the government house receive this latest correspondence that we expect to be sent from the legislature to the executive? So that's what we will be looking out for in the coming days and maybe perhaps even the coming hours.
I'm not sure these issues are not different from, the very previous one as well. Before, it looked like there was an agreement reached and then the state of emergency, and then we're back to the same issues. Just give us an idea of, how they started and where we are now, because one would have thought that most of them are now in the same party and some of these issues have been resolved.
Same party, same grievances. I mentioned a couple of days ago or so on news from the States, where I pointed out that the biggest elephant in the room here, as far as the Rivers State political crisis is concerned, is the presentation of the budget. And lo and behold, less than a week after that interview, we are here. And you hear the speaker saying that much of the issues that have warranted, if this is the third attempt at impeachment, is predicated around the non-presentation of the budget, extra budgetary spending outside the legislative approvals and all of that. So as someone who has followed this crisis over the years, I believe beyond agreements, as you have pointed out, beyond the issues of agreements that have been reached in Abuja, we keep hearing agreements, but the particulars of which remain in the sphere of rumors. I think one of the major steps to resolving this crisis, objectively speaking, would be finding a way around this budget controversy. The legislature is unhappy with the fact that, according to them, that the governor has not presented. The governor hasn't presented any budget to them since he assumed office, since the inception of the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly. They have not debated any appropriation bill. So I believe that whatever political agreements or arrangements that have been reached behind closed doors, one major step to perhaps placate the House of Assembly, or that would be one major step that would serve as a sign of goodwill or show of commitment to peace, would be finding a way to resolve this budget impasse here in Rivers State.
And the speaker also mentioned that the governor did reach out to, wanted to present that budget, but, it seems like for them it is too late to do so now that this impeachment notice has been raised. Thank you so much, Uche. We know we'll get more updates for you. We have 7 days in between. Correspondent Uche Okoro live for us in Rivers.